Speaking of stars, we've got a star in our midst here tonight. Ethan Birch, also known as 6'8", is...
Now to the fun stuff. When we were in recovery, it was a long road for us. And Upward provided something amazing for us. Upward gave us an outlet. Not only could we get him involved in athletics, because, let me rewind a little bit for you. They told us before the surgery, he had 14 hours of brain surgery. And they said when he came out of that surgery, he probably wasn't going to be normal. They said he might not be able to speak. They said he might not be able to see. They said he might not be able to walk. Okay? And all that fell on us. And when they told us in the hospital while he was being operated on, while he was getting that 14-hour brain surgery, they told us that he had less than a 5% chance of survival. They said pretty much what we need to do is just make him as comfortable as possible so he could enjoy this last time on the earth with us. And everybody busted out crying, and everybody was real sad. And I got mad about that. And I said, wait a minute. I said, if I'm not mistaken, everybody in this room is a Christian. And if everybody in this room is a Christian, that means at one point in time we believed that a man walked on water. And if that man walked on water, and if it's his will that this little boy should keep on living, he's going to keep on living. And that's what we prayed. And look at him. Is God a good God, or is God a good God? And Upward gave us an amazing outlet. You guys may know that I go all over the country and I make music for young people. I made a song we're going to do a little bit later about bullies. I made a song called Pull Your Pants Up that really put us on the map. I wrote the national theme song for Head Start, but I was never more honored when they came to me and they said, 6'8", will you write a song for Upward? And I welcomed that challenge with open arms, and I would like to perform that song for you here tonight. Is that okay with you guys?
Just throw your hands in the air, come on. And if y'all love playing Upward basketball, somebody say, oh yeah! Oh yeah! And you don't stop. Now somebody, anybody, hey everybody, real loud scream! Give yourselves a big round of applause for that one right there.
And that's what I do. I go all over the country and I talk to young people about doing better in life. And I go to the schools. And when I go to the schools, I can't talk about God. Okay? Because there's a difference between church and state. And I'm not allowed to talk about God, but I have to keep it as positive as I can while still doing that. But in here, in this place right here, I get to talk about God. And God is the reason why I do everything I do. And there's an explanation behind that, and I'll get to that in a little bit later. First of all, I want to talk about going to church.
Hands in the air if you're school feeling me. Kids looking up because I'm tall like a tree. But that's just me. Come on. Everybody go to church with 6'8". 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 Get him, keep it. Oh, go. What? What? Come on. Get him, keep it. Get him, keep it. Get him, keep it. You better make some noise for my son. Thank you. Give him another round of applause for that.
Everybody go to church. Everybody go to church. I know sometimes it's hard, but please, everybody go to church because there is a God. How many people in here believe in God? That's fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. There
there is a God. But I talk to so many young people that don't believe it because they can't see it. They can't see it. So, you know, I don't think there's a God. They listen to stories about Keithan, and what happened to Keithan was a miracle. Don't get me wrong. That was an absolute positive miracle. All right? But I have so many young people that come to me and they say, well, I've never had a miracle. Who in here has ever had a miracle? Thank you. Thank you. Wait. See, and there's some confusion in here. Put your hands down. Each and every one of you have experienced a miracle. If you do not believe that God exists, I'm going to prove it to you that each and every one of you have experienced a miracle. How? Somebody tell me how your heart works. It beats, doesn't it? It's in the... It just keeps beating, right? So, somebody tell me, where are your heart's batteries? There are no batteries for the heart. Where you know, because your cell phone, you talk on your cell phone and the battery goes down. Where do you plug your heart in to recharge it? You don't plug your heart in to recharge it. It just keeps working. It just keeps. When you're asleep, does your heart stop? It keeps going, doesn't it? Keeps going. Keeps going. 50, 60, 70 years. It keeps going. Somebody tell me, how does that happen without plugging it in and without batteries? How does that happen? How does it happen? You better believe that is God. The fact that your heart is beating means that you have experienced a miracle. Human beings have been here for a long time, but we have yet to make a heart that can beat for 70 years without losing its charge, okay? They haven't figured that one out. They haven't figured out how to make a brain that will work for 70 years without recharging its battery, without plugging it up, and things like that. Your heart and your brain are miracles, okay? But, listen to me. This is what the devil does. The devil tries to trick you. The devil tries to trick you. Remember? What's the devil's greatest trick? Convincing the world that he doesn't exist, right? Okay, so here's what happens. These are people that go around saying, well, God's not in my life. God hasn't been a part of my life. I've never seen God. I've never heard from him, what have you. And I want to wipe all of that off the slate. I want to make you understand how God is a part of your life. And not only is it through your heart, but it's through your brain, okay? They can't make another heart. They can't make another brain. So you say, well, what's that got to do with me? That's a miracle. That's a miracle right there. Your life is a gift from God. Y'all not feeling me. Y'all not feeling me. Your life is a gift from God. What you do with it is your gift to God. You've been given a miracle, but it's entirely up to you to act on it, okay? And the first thing you have to do, you have to believe. You have to believe that there's a God. Now, sometimes you do things in your life that you shouldn't do. Sometimes you get in trouble, don't you? What happens when you get in trouble? You get yelled at, don't you? All right? You get, who gets a whooping? Don't nobody get a whooping no more. Y'all don't get whoopings like I used to get whoopings, but that's a whole different story. All right? All right? But I want you to know that God is with you at all times. God is with you at all times. He never leaves you. Now, sometimes, Keithan, stand still. You're making me dizzy up here, man. Sometimes you're doing something wrong. You know, some people out there, they're like, no, God doesn't exist, all right? But sometimes when you're doing something wrong, there's a little voice inside of you. There's a little voice inside of you that says, I shouldn't be doing this. You guys know what I'm talking about? What is that little voice called? Is it your conscience? Listen to how conscience is spelled. Conscience is spelled con and then science. Your conscience is the con that science has pulled off on you. All right? I'm serious. People think that's my conscience. I hear this voice inside of me telling me that this is not the right thing to do. That is not your conscience. Okay? Where is God? When you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, where is He? Where is He? He is inside of you. When you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, He is inside of you. So when you hear that voice, when you're getting ready to do something bad and you hear that voice inside of you and it says, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Is that your conscience? What is that voice? That is God. Okay? He does exist. He is in your life. Bullying. How many people in here are bullies? Put your hands down. That's a trick question. Do you think God likes bullies? Do you guys think God likes bullies? God does not like the worst thing. One of the worst things you can do is pick on one of God's children. I got burned. These things burn like fire sometimes, and they serve as a constant reminder to me of where I almost went. And when I came back, I knew for a fact, not only did I have to make a change, not only did I have to make a difference in my life, but I have to make a difference in as many people's lives as I possibly can. Trust me, if you're sitting there and you're on the fence, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this whole Christianity thing. I don't really know if there really is a God or not. Trust me, there is a God. How do I know? How do I know? Because I've been to the other place and I know there's one of them. People like to tell me, the doctors want to tell me, the same doctors that tell me that it's your conscience that's talking to you, these are the doctors that tell me, oh, well, you were hallucinating while you were asleep. Okay. You can believe that if you want to. I know I believe something else. And I hope, and I'm not going to force you to, but I hope that you believe the same thing I do. If you have that feeling inside of you, if you have that feeling inside of you like you feel like somebody's looking out for you, or you heard that voice inside of you, I want you to tell your parents about it. Okay? I want you to be like, I think God's trying to tell me something. And then after you tell your parents are going to tell the coach. And the coach is going to tell Robbie. And we're going to find out exactly what we need to do to make sure that God is inside of you like He's inside of me. Like He's inside of Keithan, okay? But in the meanwhile, I need you to keep your pants pulled up. In every aspect of your life, pull your pants up. Stop sagging. Stop sagging as a Christian. Stop doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, okay? In your life, pull your pants up. And in this song right here,
pull your pants up, pull your pants up, pull your pants up, pull your pants up.
What?
Pull your pants up, pull your pants up.
Louder.
Pull your pants up, pull your pants up.
Jim.
Pull your pants up, pull your pants up.
Come on.
Pull your pants up.
K-Dog.
What's up, little buddy? They call me J-Ray. I'm dressed fresh to death, stay fly every day. One thing I don't do, and I ain't even bragging, is walk around town
With my pants all sagging.
And I ain't tryna say I don't sag, cause I do. Maybe 1 or 2 inches, homeboy, then I'm through. Cause it ain't even cool, some of y'all not knowing.
Your pants so low that your underwear showing.
I ain't tryna tell y'all not to look cool.
No.
I'm just tryna tell you quit looking like a fool. Feeling what I'm saying? Then throw your hands up. Then rock to the beat. Then pull your pants up.
Hey!
Pull your pants up, pull your pants up.
What? This program program right here has been such a blessing for my family. I don't know how big a role Upward has played in your lives, but it's played a huge role in my lives. And there is one man that puts this thing together, and he's got a whole team, but he's in charge of it, and he makes it happen. And he does it every year, even though we get on his nerves so bad every year. And he is so amazing to take care of us every single year, and he does it with a smile on his face. I need a standing ovation for the man that makes this happen, Robbie. Come on, y'all give it up for Mr. Robbie right here.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Ethan and Keithan. Come on now.